Welcome to the Fox 17 Rockin' Review. I'm hanging out with the super talented Joe Bonsall from the Oak Ridge Boys.
Thank
you.
You
Know what, Joe, you're so multi-talented. You know, from all the awards over the years, you've been with the Oak Ridge Boys since '73. Published author multiple times, and you guys have a brand new album out right now.
Right, it's a brand new CD full of the old hymns of the church. We put our four-part harmony on the great hymns like Rock of Ages, In the Garden, I Love to Tell a Story, Blessed Assurance, Come Angel Band.
It sounds so great.
And I'll tell you, man, this has really been a treat for us because people are just loving this project. It's so much fun to sing the old songs.
Right.
And we have a few newer gospel songs on here too. Merle Haggard wrote Sweet Jesus.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what happened. Merle wrote this song and sent it to us 2 years ago. Well, last year we're doing this Oak Ridge Boys live album, Boys Night Out, which was the big hits live.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're pounding Saloon and Sail Away and all those songs and leaving Louisiana, and there was no room to put Sweet Jesus on
Right,
there.
right.
So when the idea came to do a hymns album, we thought, hey, we could put the Hag song on here. It would fit perfectly, and maybe we could get him to sing with us.
Wow.
He does a recitation and he sings with us. So
it's incredible.
In my book that we kind of talked about, I got a new book, On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys, as you know. I have a chapter in there called Backing Up. And on this chapter, I talk about all these years singing with so many different artists like Ray Charles and Paul Simon
Just
and
incredible
George
artists.
Jones, Johnny Cash, you know. And we've never done anything with Merle Haggard.
Until now.
And now we have.
Well, you know, I also want to bring up, Joe, there's an incredible banjo part on this.
Oh, man, it's awesome, isn't it?
It just stands out. And I hear you brought in a new talent on banjo.
Well, you know, yeah, me. I play banjo as Ban Joey, and only a few people know that's me, but thankfully we had very patient producers, and they let me take a big banjo ride in Power in the Blood.
And you're playing real banjo. You're not playing the 6-string banjo.
No, I'm playing the 5, baby.
You're not cheating.
I'm not cheating, no. It's like, hey, man, Keith Urban's playing banjo. No, he's not. He's playing a 6. Tuned like a guitar and sounding like a banjo.
And you said your family loves to hear you playing the banjo in the house.
No, they do not, actually. I have 7 cats. And my wife, none of them are very happy about the banjo. I mean, they're really not. My wife will come down and say, I'm getting it out of the case. You're going to play that like right here, right now? And then the cats go to the closets. It's a nice way to get rid of the cats. Just, I'll tell you what, a little forward roll, man, will clear the room of the cats. They hate it.
Well, I think it's incredible, though, because, I mean, you've got a great voice, and you've been with the Oak Ridge Boys so long, and you've only been playing banjo really for 11 years just because you enjoy it.
I love the banjo. I should be better. I realized long ago that I'm not going to ever be good enough to be a professional top-tier bluegrass banjo player. But because of that, I can sit back and just enjoy the instrument.
Right.
I don't have to worry about it as my day job, as you said. You just pick, man, just pick.
There's therapy in that.
Just like writing, you know. I have had this incredible success with my books like G.I. Joe and Lillian, from my perspective, the Molly books, and now On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys. And it's amazing to me because that's not my day job either.
But you can tell you enjoy it.
I love to write.
You've got a number of books. I mean, you started publishing in '97.
Yeah.
And
I have 10 books, actually, 10 published books.
10 published books is pretty incredible.
Yeah, and this one here, I really think it's some of my best writing, to be honest, because I wrote my heart. It's the Oak Ridge Boys, man.
Yeah.
How have we done it? How do we do it?
And continue to do it.
Take them on that journey, man, of the bus, the show, the tour, the ORB doctrine. What is hard? What is not? All kinds of fun chapters that deal with being the Oak Ridge Boys and how we've got from point A to B to C to D. I think people are loving the book, actually.
And continued, because so many bands, it's just hard to keep it all together, Joe.
Well, you know, there's just no quitting our guys. I'm very thankful that I'm with a bunch of forward-thinking guys that are always thinking about what do we do next? How do we make it better? That's the mindset of this group. It ain't ever how do we slow down? How do we stop? My gosh, we can't even slow down. It's in our DNA to keep doing things like this.
Right.
To put our talent into something different and new this year than we did last year. Let's do a hymns album. Let's take those songs that have been around for hundreds of years, and because they're great songs.
Oh, totally.
And even in this day and age, a lot of the churches are doing more worship music. A lot of churches aren't even singing the old hymns like they used to.
No, but I was so thrilled because I was thinking, you know, what a great way to pick up a fresher version to play some of these songs at church.
I mean, whoever put banjo and Power in the Blood before?
Exactly.
You know?
And had Merle Haggard on it.
And had Merle Haggard on a hymns album. I mean, come on, this is really different.
That's pretty impressive.
It is. So
now, what's your website and all? Because obviously, you know, you've got a lot of friends on Twitter.
We do,
and a lot of followers. You got the Facebook going. You've got
right.
What's the website to where all the?
Well, my website's josephsbonsall.com. You can learn about my books there. But the big website's oakridgeboys.com. Very simple, oakridgeboys.com. It's the window to everything, to Twitter, to Facebook, to the tour, to the merch, everything, message boards, everything Oak Ridge Boys is at oakridgeboys.com.
And you guys are going to be touring with a lot of these songs then.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I'll tell you what, we had a great experience. Last weekend, we sang on the Grand Ole Opry, and we came out there and opened with American Made.
Great song.
I told them about the hymns album. I said, would you like to hear one of those old hymns? And of course, the audience was full house at the Opry House, and we closed the show. And so right before Elvira, which we must sing, it's the law.
Right.
We did I Love to Tell the Story. And man, it went over so big, I can't tell you. It was like heartwarming to sing about the old story on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry with the Oak Ridge Boys, and to see the people moved by it in the audience, and standing ovation afterwards.
That's incredible.
So we're singing some of the hymns on the big show, and it's working out well. And hey, man, in this day and age in which we're living, a little more Jesus sure can't hurt nothing.
I totally agree with you. And I'll tell you what, I've got this actually in my car, and great music.
Thank you, brother.
Just great music. And I'll tell you what, people need to check it out, Rock of Ages, the new album by the Oak Ridge Boys, and also the new book.
On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys. In fact, if you go to Amazon and put On the Road with the Oak Ridge Boys, or Rock of Ages, Oak Ridge Boys, hymns and gospel favorites in the search engine, they'll both come up together right now. They're on Amazon, you can buy them both together.
It's a package deal.
It's a package.
And you get Joe too.
Yeah, I'll come to your house and play some banjo and drive your cats crazy.
Be sure to check out the Oak Ridge Boys, and thanks for watching the Rockin' Review.
Thanks, man.